Yeah, marginalise them, get rid of them.
That's woke, though. That's what woke means. You're pro-woke, mate. You're not anti-woke.
Your council tax shouldn't pay to send me on a day course.
Well, you need to tell me what the course was.
You're about to see something that perfectly captures the emptiness behind so much of the so-called anti-woke outrage. So a caller phones in, proudly declaring himself anti-woke. But when pressed to explain what that even means, he collapses almost instantly. What follows is a complete unraveling, a back and forth where every answer he gives digs him deeper, until the whole argument falls apart in real time. It's a train wreck you can't look away from, and it says a lot about how shallow these culture war talking points really are. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
James, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good. Yeah, I'm anti-woke.
Excellent. Is it in your Twitter profile?
I don't have Twitter, I've got Instagram, but It's in my Instagram
What does it mean?
profile.
What does it mean?
Well, what does it mean to me? People have different interpretations of anti-woke or wokeism. To me, it means people who seek offence where it doesn't exist. They look for the tiniest little thing and pin on it.
Well, everyone would be anti that, wouldn't they?
No, it's a bit like driving in a bus lane, but not your full car's not in the bus lane. It's just one wheel that's in the bus lane.
You've lost me now. So being someone who's hypersensitive and pedantic is that's annoying and boring for everybody. Maybe we should work in examples. So when you come across when and where do you come across the sort of wokeness to which you are so passionately opposed?
Well,
apart from in the bus lane.
I used to work in local authority. I'm now self-employed, but when I worked in local authority, you didn't get on with your work. There was a few hours a week dedicated to these sort of woke agendas.
Yeah, go on.
Going on these sort of courses and these internal training courses. And
well, like what, though? What were they teaching you?
It was all very insincere.
Well, you might have been. You can't speak for anybody else.
No, but the
so what were they teaching you?
So these trainers...
What sort of courses?
These trainers would hold these courses.
Yeah.
And, I know how much they're paid. They're paid an absolute fortune, and they regurgitate...
That's not anti-woke, mate. That's just envy. So what were the courses? What were they designed to do?
Well, I'm very envious.
I know you are, but what were the courses designed to do? What were they training you to do? What were they doing?
I think they were designed to stifle rational discussion and debate.
Well, they put that on the agenda. They put that on the door, did they?
No, but that was.
So what were they designed to do? What sort of courses are we talking about?
I just said, am I in an echo chamber?
Well, clearly not, mate. No. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't. But you're going to tell me.
So what were the courses officially designed to do?
Right. So we'd go on these courses,
yeah,
and you'd all be in a room, and it would be some topical discussion.
Oh, God. Down with that sort of thing.
About something that's happened lately. So what would happen?
It's awful, isn't it?
So what would happen?
Yeah.
The powers that be would say, we better, this has happened in America.
Right.
We better send everyone on a course.
For example?
I don't want to quote examples, really.
You kind of have to.
I can't, because then you'll get everyone...
That's the point, isn't it, though? So something that actually happened. That's all.
Well, you bring one up, and I'll give you... I'll play out a scenario.
No, because you're telling me what it means.
Go on.
And the example is these courses that you went on, and the rooms that you sat in, and the speeches that you listened to. So just tell me what they were about.
And know that some people in this country will still support you.
And believe you.
One. That's the word, isn't it? And they will believe you.
Still there?
Yeah.
Oh, good. But let's say, for example, preventing barriers to staff progression. So people from certain religions, cultures, races, etc.
But you were going to give me an example of something that had happened in America.
Yeah, so that's happened. No, I won't bring that up. I think...
Well, why not? Why don't you bring that up?
Because I think most of your listeners know what I'm referring to.
I have not got a clue.
Okay.
So tell us. Just keep an eye on the tape, the emergency tape that kicks in when we have periods of silence that go over us. So just tell us. Everybody already knows, Carl. So just tell us what it is you object to having courses on when you worked at a local authority.
Well, I just think it's really insincere.
Yeah, but we can't really know what that means until you tell us what it was, can you? So what was it, mate?
Things I'm a bit scared to go down the rabbit hole.
Just to be clear, you didn't
me up and accuse.
Just to be clear, you didn't ring in. You didn't ring in by accident, did you?
No, of course not.
No. So you rang in to answer a question about what I am anti-woke. You said. What does that mean? And you said it. Here are some examples, and I said just name one.
And you said, what does it mean to you? So what does it mean to me?
Yeah.
It means to me people that actively seek offence where it doesn't exist.
Yeah, so what were the courses?
Well, various courses.
Yeah,
so
just give me one example then.
Well, preventing staff progression. People...
What do you think that means?
Well, just stop them progressing in their career.
So they were teaching you how to stop progressing in your career?
Not me, personally.
I suspect you didn't need any lessons.
No, I didn't. I went to work. I didn't go into work
what were you taught
behave and be nice.
Oh, so these were courses encouraging people to behave and be nice that you object to. That's what you mean by woke. That's what all my other callers have already said.
I think we learn this when we grow up.
Well, some of us do.
I grew up in London.
Well, you're very lucky. You're already very nice and well behaved. What about people who aren't? Surely they'd benefit from these courses, Carl.
Well, they are the ones that should be marginalised. But why do people look?
You want to marginalise people now? Isn't that woke? You want to marginalise people who aren't very nice? That's what everyone else has told me is woke.
No, I want the people that are nasty and horrible.
Yeah.
Marginalise them. Get rid of them.
That's woke, though. That's what woke means. You're pro-woke, mate. You're not anti-woke.
Your council tax shouldn't pay to send me on a day course.
Well, you need to tell me what the course was. What's the course?
Pay for your bins to be collected.
On the contrary, I want local authorities to be run in a way that is forward-thinking and progressive. And if some people, not you, because you don't need these courses, but if some people are holding back the rest of the organisation, then I think giving them some training is a wonderful idea. Go on, just tell everyone the thing that they already know that you're talking about, but you're not prepared to say out loud. Because otherwise people might think you're a bit woke. You're frightened of causing offence, are you? Isn't that what woke means? I
have been cowed into silence by your lot.
No, mate, you have tied yourself in knots single-handedly.
I've been cowed into silence. You know who you are. It's your curtain twitchers. It's your ones that look out of their window and look for offence where it doesn't exist.
At what point in this conversation do you think you lost the plot completely?
Are you on nextdoor.com, James? Are you on nextdoor.com?
Listen, I'm very happily married, Carl. So
no, you know nextdoor.com. It's a society website.
Mate, I'm very happily married. Let's not go weird. Final chance. Are you going to give me an example of something that is woke, or are we just going to wave goodbye to each other and fill in the gaps for ourselves?
I'll let you fill in the gaps.
Now, you see, I got a horrible feeling that you've done the polar opposite of what you rang in to do, and you've proved all the previous callers completely right. But, good luck to you.
Right, let's be honest. That exchange wasn't just rough, it was a full-blown disaster. From the second Anthony called in, he came charging out of the gate with all this confidence, branding himself as anti-woke, like he was about to deliver some knockout argument that would leave James O'Brien speechless. But here's the problem. Once the spotlight actually turned on him, it became painfully obvious he'd never been challenged to explain what he really meant. His talking points sounded like they were ripped straight from social media headlines, loud on the surface but empty once you scratch just beneath. James O'Brien, as usual, didn't need to raise his voice or launch some clever trap. All he had to do was ask the simplest, most obvious question. So what were these courses about then, mate? That's it. One straightforward question. And Anthony. He completely fell apart. He started fidgeting and squirming like someone caught sneaking sweets from the corner shop. Instead of giving a clear answer, he launched into bizarre tangents about bus lanes and refused to nail down a single example. The beauty of it all is watching him slowly realize he's the one cornering himself. The more he dodged, the worse it looked. And at the center of his frustration? Workplace training courses, programs literally designed to help people progress in their careers. Somehow that's what he decided to frame as the great evil of our times. And honestly, where does it end? What's next? Are we going to start hearing complaints about first aid training because it dares to interrupt someone's tea break? That's how absurd Anthony's logic sounds when you actually follow it through. The funniest part is when he tries to brush it all off by saying, "Well, I can't give examples because everyone already knows what I mean." No, actually, we don't. That's the entire point. If you can't explain it, then maybe the argument was never that solid to begin with. But the absolute kicker comes when Anthony claims he's been cowed into silence. Think about that for a second. He's literally broadcasting his opinions live on the radio to half of London, yet he insists he's been silenced. You couldn't script a contradiction more perfectly if you tried. And the brilliance here is how James O'Brien handles it. No yelling, no flashy takedowns, no cheap gotcha tricks. Just calm, measured questions delivered with the patience of a saint and the precision of a surgeon. So, exactly what are you talking about then? That's all it took to unravel the whole facade. What we saw wasn't just one awkward phone call. It was a snapshot of a bigger problem. People getting whipped up into outrage over concepts they can't actually define, recycling talking points they've picked up online without ever stopping to think about what they truly mean. And that's the pattern, isn't it? We see it time and time again, loud slogans, no substance. Funny on the surface, but when you really think about it, also a bit sad. But that's just my take. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I do read them, and it's always great hearing your perspective. Until next time, this has been The Whip Line. Thanks for tuning.